Hello. Hi, guys. I am excited to be here, and I hope you are too, because I am expectant to train a few people here. So, our webinar will be starting shortly. Just checking on a few things to make sure we are on point with everything. Just checking if people are starting to come in. Yes, I can see that. People are starting to get in here. And if you guys are stuck by anything, just let me know. Okay, so we have got the chat box on the right of the screen. Feel free to be chatting with me. And if you've got any questions, feel free to be asking. And I hope you've made yourself comfortable. You've got a drink of water or whatever drink you have. I am having some water because keeping myself hydrated. And make sure you've got your pen and paper if you want to be taking some notes. And we are going to get started. We are going to just wait a few more minutes while we wait for more people to join, because people are starting to stroll in. And I know it's a Friday afternoon, so it's like a busy day as well, school runs and everything else. But hey, we have got to do what we've got to do. So I am just going to check on a couple of things to make sure we are on point with everything. And then we will get started. Today's webinar is all about Facebook, how I really got to where I am. And Facebook has been a very big part of my journey. So yes, I'm excited. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You are here. Okay, somebody send me a message. Okay, I'll look at that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so people are starting to stroll in. I have got just a few more minutes, then we will be getting started. We will be getting started very shortly. Let's just check that all the links are working and everything is on point. So let's have a look. And you guys just get in, get yourself comfortable, because we will be definitely getting started shortly. Just giving it a few more minutes. And we have a look. So definitely, we are on point here. Just checking some of the notifications. Okay, that's great. Everything is still on point. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna get started. We are 4 minutes into the hour of our webinar, and I'm excited for you, right? And as promised, I am here to just really share with you my journey, how I use Facebook as one big tool that helped me to attract my ideal clients when I started. And before we really jump into the real thing about this Facebook attraction, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am Fungai Ndemera. I am a business coach, mentor, strategist. And before that, I run my own recruitment companies based in the UK, and we focus on recruitment of healthcare staff. So we do from healthcare assistants, nurses, allied professionals, doctors, and that's really what I've done ever since I came into the UK in 2001. So originally, I am Zimbabwean, born and bred in Zimbabwe, and then I moved to the UK in 2000, soon after qualifying as a nurse. So I did my training in Zimbabwe, qualified as a nurse, then moved to the UK. And really, to be honest with you, I had always had a vision in my heart and in my life that I didn't want to live a limited life. That's number one. And I really wanted to live a life of freedom, a life of wealth, because where I was coming from, where we grew up and the family that I was born, really come from a very poor background, where there was a lot of children. My mom and dad were doing their best to look after us. But when I was in that situation, from the age of about 5 years, I told myself that, you know what, this wasn't going to be my life. My life was really going to be far much better than that. So from that age as a child, I was so that kind of child that was focused. I knew what I wanted in life, and I knew really how I would want to live my life. And so I just grew up really mainly focused on that. And my dream was, if I grew up, I have a big house, buy my mom a big house as well, drive a nice car, and live a life of freedom. That would be me. That was sort of my dream growing up as a young child. But to be honest, it's those seeds that were planted in me when I was really young, seeds of believing, seeds of knowing that there is more to life and life can be better. And it's those seeds that I still hold dearly in my heart to this day. I am married with my husband for 15 years. It's going to be our wedding anniversary this December. And it's amazing. My husband is my business partner as well. And so it's all good. But we are sort of those kind of people that are never satisfied with settling for less. We are always reaching higher and higher and higher to achieve more and more things. The most important thing, though, in my life that has helped me to stay focused and really, really grow as a person and as a businesswoman is really my faith and my beliefs. I am a strong believer in God. And my favorite part of my beliefs is when I look at the words and the scriptures and they tell me that, you know, I can do all things. I have been given life to live it more abundantly. And so I really take that and believe it for myself and apply it in my life. And those are the principles then that I use and apply in everything that I do every day. So whether I win or I fail, I just know that somewhere, somehow, it's going to work for my God, because that's what is said and that's what is promised. So that's so much, you know, about me and my background. So after coming to the UK, starting our own recruitment businesses, then we have just grown those businesses. They are now 7-figure businesses. And I still work in my office. Actually, right now, I've just come from the office and I thought I want to do this webinar from my home office. So I'm really connecting with you from my house right now. So the freedom of being able to do my work from wherever I am in the world is just so amazing. And I believe, hopefully you also want the same, and you can do the same for yourself as well. And it's all about believing and trusting that you can do it. And I am connecting with you today because I just really wanted to share with you my journey of when I decided to start my online business. How did it look for me? What did it look like? And then what happened? What tools did I use? And so I've been running these webinars, sharing the tools that I have used, because I strongly believe anybody and anyone can do it as long as you put your heart and you invest your time and money into it. You will be able to offer you and your services to the world with grace and with ease. And you can start living the life of your dream, and you will be who you are truly meant to be. So I am excited to be here today. Okay, somebody asking the question, how did you grow your business to 7-figure? Well, just really the commitment. I remember when we first arrived here in the UK, just with small bag of suitcase, me and my husband, we arrived, I was a nurse, went and worked as a nurse for a year, but realized that there was a gap and there was a need on the market. And we started a recruitment company, and we started to recruit nurses and healthcare workers. And now we recruit even doctors as well. And we are on the main framework agreements in the UK. And it was just focus, commitment, persistence, consistency, all those things that go in that pot. It's not all laid on the table, but yes, it can be done. And actually, this year we are looking very good. We have hit all our targets. So I'm like, wow, I'm excited. Anyway, so much of that. So we then started. I then started my mentoring and my coaching business and my services going back 4 years ago, because I realized that there was a need out there. I had always felt lonely in the business world, where, when your business is growing and all sorts of things are going on, that comes also with some challenges. And so I didn't really feel that I had anybody I could go to share my stories, to share my joys, or my worst days. It was so lonely. I'm telling you, it was so lonely. So I went on a journey of trying to find how I could connect with other women in business, or others who were in similar things that I was doing, and what kind of support could I get. And as I was searching and looking, one day it so happened that I went to a seminar, and really just something dropped in my heart that actually I could be looking for another person to do this for me, but maybe there's more people who look up to me, who could actually want to learn from my experiences and from where I've been through and what I have achieved, that could also get help, and they wouldn't have to worry and struggle and stress through everything that I've been through. So that's how I started the mentoring and coaching. So I started offering free services to women. I ran an event at my house, which I invited about 40 women. They came, attended the event. And just really from that event, I realized that, oh my God, there was a need for women to be supported in businesses. I know women were very multitask and multi-skilled, but when it comes to business, there wasn't that enough support for women, especially from somebody who is actually walked the journey, who can actually share their story with you. So that's what made me start mentoring and coaching. And to be honest, I've never really sort of advertised for my mentoring and coaching, but customers are always coming my way, because people who know where I've come from and where I've been really appreciate the knowledge, the expertise, and the experience that I share. So really, I am here to share the same exact journey. When I started my online business, I went online February 2014. I made a decision end of 2013 that I wanted to take my coaching and mentoring businesses to really reach out to the whole world, as many women as possible I can impact. I wanted to do that. And that's exactly what pushed me. That's my main why. If I can give hope and a future, and if I can impact 1 or 2 women in the whole world, I would have done my part to change the world. And to give that hope that if a girl like me, coming from the deep down of Zimbabwe, in the middle of Africa, right at the bottom of Southern Africa, God picked me up from there, brought me to the UK, put me to where I am really literally living my dream. So you can do it. Another girl can do it. Another woman can do it. Okay. Right. So that's so much about me. And to be honest with you, I just really want to acknowledge God in everything I do. He is the man behind it all. He gives me the strength. He encourages me all the time. So I just want to take a moment to say, to just acknowledge God, really, and say, thank you, Lord, for this time. Thank you for offering me this opportunity to impact and connect with other women. I really hope that the training today, you are going to take it, implement it in your business, and it's going to work for you. It might not work exactly as it did for me, because we are all on our paths to greatness. But definitely, I'm just sharing with you how I did it and how I, use Facebook to attract my ideal clients. So just a quick 1 minute to say, thank you, Lord, for this time. We just want to invite your presence and your glory into this space that we've created online, connecting with women, impacting them, changing their lives, that you also will touch them, change their businesses, and change their lives. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen, amen, amen. Right, okay, cool. We are going to get started. Welcome. I can see another person that joined us, Chai. I can see Jane Jones, people connecting from Europe. Who else? Adele. Yes, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for connecting. Yes, I am excited. Right. Okay, so I don't really like using slides. I'm not a slides person. So really what I've prepared on my Evernote some notes that are going to guide me through as I talk to you, so that I don't get to go off topic. We are going to just be here for about an hour, and it's already about 3:15, and I'm hoping that we will be done by 4 o'clock. So just really, yeah, just get a sip of water. Okay, so let's start then to say, when we talk about attracting your real clients using Facebook, what does it really mean? Because, you know, before I started my online business, I just used to think Facebook and social media was all for socializing. I didn't realize that there was actually the business side to it. And the day I learned this, I quickly learned it, took time, and then I now use Facebook, social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, to advertise and attract ideal clients, even in my recruitment business, and it's working. So I am really sure and convinced that it's going to work for you. And again, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat box. Let me see that the chat box is open, and you can just fire away and I'll be able to answer any questions. Okay, so let's start. I'm just going to open my Evernote. I use Evernote a lot. It's a good tool to use for storing all my notes and my references and stuff like that. Right, okay, so how to find your customers and how you can get them to sign up for something, okay? Right, so I'm really hoping that you guys have got clear understanding of Facebook business, okay? And literally, it's being able to use Facebook in your business to attract your clients and your customers. So first of all, before we go into Facebook, what I've realized that is Facebook is a social media platform, and it's mainly really for socializing and interacting with your friends and your family and keeping yourself in the loop and in the hook of what's happening. But then when we bring our businesses into Facebook or into social media, we have got to be kind. We have got to be subtle. We don't have to be too salesy, and we just have to really be sure our approach is not that too much of pushing things right into people's faces. So the channel that we use is to offer free services to people so that we can attract them to us. And once we've attracted them to us, then only then can we start to have conversations about paid for products. So we are using social media and Facebook as a platform and as a place where we can attract people to us and to our services. Once we've attracted them to us, then what we want to do is to take them to a place where we can start to have conversations with them, where they can actually now get attracted to your services and you can get paid for it, okay? So that's the flow of things that we are going to follow. So at that point, then I am going to be sharing my screen with you so that I can show you where we start. So where we start at the moment is we need first to know who our ideal customer is. Okay, so I am just going to share with you. Now I'm going to log into my Facebook. Oh, let me share my screen with you first. So let's do a screen share. Google Hangout. Share. Okay. My screen will go a little bit fuzzy, and that's quite normal with Google Hangout. It will go into proper place in a minute. So present to everyone. Yes, I'm going to present my screen to everyone. So now you can see my screen, but it's a little bit still fuzzy, trying to still share the screen, and that's absolutely fine. Let me know when you can see my screen, okay? Right, so I am going to start at a place where, number one, you need to be sure what your offering is. Now I'm going to log into my Canva account. Like I say to you, I don't prepare slides. Usually I don't like to prepare slides in advance because I want to train you and you see exactly how I do my things behind the scenes. And that way it's a learning process and we are all learning. So I'm going to log into my designs and I'm going to look for any slides to work with. I've already got created slides in my account, and we are just going to do a live training. And so our training is how to use Facebook to attract more subscribers. Okay, so we're going to use how to use Facebook to attract more subscribers. Right, so number one, it's very important for us to have an offer. We must have something on offer. Okay, so that's number one. We must have something on offer. I'm just going to change this text size of this. We must have something on offer. And number two, the something that we are offering, it must be valuable to people. It must be valuable to people. And it must be something that they need. They need. They need. Okay, so we must have an offer, we must have something valuable, and we must be something that they need, and it must look attractive. Draw them to you. Okay, it must look attractive to draw them to you. I'm just going to change the color of this. Actually, as I go along these slides, I'll save them then. Right, so that's the first part. We must have something on offer, we must be valuable, and must be something that they need, and it must look attractive to draw them to you. So I'm going to bring back my screen because I don't want to miss you guys to miss you. Let's make this interactive, right? So if you've got a business and you want to offer a service and you are spending some time on Facebook connecting with people on a social level, all right? But at the same time, you must always be ready to listen to people's pain points. What are they struggling with? What are their needs? What can you help with? And as you do that, you will realize that you could come up with a product or a service. So on you guys who are on the call right now, I want you to type in the chat. Just tell me what services you offer. What business are you into? What do you do? And then I will be able to sort of use this as a live kind of training approach. What services are you offering and what do you do? Because it's that then that we can use to really know what kind of things you can offer. So just type in the chat and I'll carry on and I'll be checking out the chat, what's coming through. Now that we've got an offer, what I did was I was already a mentor, I was already a coach, I'm already a successful businesswoman. I have got a story to tell, okay? So what I did was I looked at my story and I looked at my business and I looked at my life, and I then thought, how can I impact and change the world on people that I help and service? How can they benefit from me and my services? And one thing I realized was there was a huge struggle, and there still is a huge struggle out there. People struggling to really know who they are, struggling to really know their voice, struggling really to put themselves out into the world and just really show up in the world as who they are, okay? So I looked at my story. You know, I come from a very poor background. It would take me a whole day to explain to you my story. And yet here I am running my own 7-figure business. I live the life of my dream. I do what I like. I've got no limitations. I don't report to nobody. okay? So, and a lot of people and a lot of companies have started recruitment business and they've closed their businesses right in my eyes. Yet I have survived. It's going to be 14 years straight in business, and we are still going. Does it mean we haven't had challenges? No, we've had challenges, but how we've dealt with those challenges and withhold the pressure, the recession and everything is what makes the difference. So I thought I could put all these things together and share with the world for free, okay? So what did I do? I went ahead and I created my free ebook, which I could offer. So I'm going to take you back onto my screen. I'm going to take you back onto my screen. Okay, somebody says, I do nails, manicures, pedicures, and artificial nails. Let me just check. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to keep all the messages so I can see them myself, but you guys won't see what you've typed, but I'll read them for you. I do nails, manicure, pedicures, and artificial nails. Okay, that's fine. So if you offer that service to people, I'm going to come back to that, but let me just talk you through the ebook process. So what I did was I then went on and created an ebook that would give people simple information about me, my services, and how I created a 7-figure business from scratch. That was a simple ebook that I put together. So let me share my screen again with you now. I'm going to show you exactly now what we're talking about. And I really hope from now on, you need to be taking some notes. So I'm presenting to you now. My screen is shared. And what we are going to do is we are going to look at Fungai's website. Okay. So what I did was, before I created a website, so forget about the website. Before I created the website, I had to decide what services I was going to be offering. So I decided I was going to be offering Find Your Voice and Master Your Business coaching program. And this program is not a program that I offer to everyone. I only offer it to people who I will have vetted, and I'm happy that they surely are ready to do this program, and they can do what I've got to offer. And actually this program, I wrote it and it's all written here, what's included, and the cost is somewhere here. So you can click and you can sign up for the coaching program. It's a 12-week coaching program, but in 2015 I'm changing it and shortening it to even a shorter program. So what I did was, I'm just gonna go onto my homepage. I then went ahead and created this ebook that you see on my website here. And this ebook, I'm giving it as a free gift, and it's going to stay on my website as a free gift for as long as my website is up there. And this free gift now is what I use to get people to know about me, see my story, and then they can learn from me what I can offer. So I went on and created an ebook. And then this ebook now is what I call my hook, right? We are typing our things as we go along. So you must have something on offer, and that something is called a hook. That's what I use to connect with people. That's what they get online. And when they Google me, that's what they find, and that's what they see. Okay, so this ebook, I then got it here, and then I needed to decide where should I have the ebook so that people can connect with me and they can get the ebook. The only way that you get my ebook is by giving me your first name and your email address, and you can claim your gift. Now, this is where the whole game starts, okay? So when you give me your first name and your email address, you claim your gift, which means I have got your name and email address, and that's point connection number one. That's the success of making sure that you have got people on your mailing list, okay? So it must be valuable. It must be something they need. It must look attractive, and it must draw them to you. My ebook is called Get My Top Business Tips on Creating a Abundant Business That Supports Your Dream Life. But the book is called How I Created a 7-Figure Business from Scratch. Now, here's my question to you. Who wouldn't want to create a 7-figure business? I bet you we all want to. And now I've got a 7-figure business. Now I want to even grow that business even bigger. So people are very curious to know how this 7-figure business happened, okay? So they are going to put their first name, email address, they're going to claim their gift. And then while we are at that, on another page, on my sidebar, they can get that. On the middle of my website is my blog, which I write every week. I write to my mailing list, they receive my blog. And then at the bottom here, you can still give me your email information. You can still claim your gift. So can you see 3 places on my website where people can connect with me and I can get their information. So now this is just on my website. Now, if you notice on my website, I haven't got too many pages. It's only 4 pages, my homepage, my story. So when you go onto my website, you can read my story, which is my brief story, tells you about my bio, who I am and where I'm coming from. It's got my work with me page, which once you've seen my website and you've seen everything, you can click and you can book a clarity session. It's got information about what people are saying about the services that I'm offering in my coaching. And it's got my contact details. And it's as simple as that. So this is what I did with the ebook, put it on my website, had a website created, but my website is not complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And that's all. So once you've created your hook and you've got everything you need, the next thing is you need to know how you are going to make this ebook. Once you've created, how you are going to collect the subscribers' names and email addresses, because it's only through the email address that you can continue to have conversations with them. So once people have visited my website, I can continue to have conversations with them from my email. Can you see? So that's how it's connected. Now, here is point number 2. Point number 2 is that you can drive now the traffic from wherever it is back to my website. So what did I go and do next? Now, this is where Facebook comes in. So now we've got our ebook, we've got my gift, it's ready. I then knew that Facebook was one place I could get my ideal clients, because I know that though people socialize and spend time on Facebook, but I could also create a Facebook business page. So the next thing that I went and did was to create a Facebook business page. I'm just going to show you my Facebook business page here. Let me just check that you can see my screen. Okay, right. Okay, you guys can see my screen. We're going to go over to Facebook. I then went ahead and created my business Facebook page. Now, this is one thing I just really want you guys to really hone in and understand. Pay more attention at this point. Because a lot of times, you can create a Facebook business page, but if you don't equip your business page with information of how you can get people back to your, we call it a mailing list, how you can get people back onto your mailing list, you are not doing yourself a favor. Because the key is to drive traffic to either your website or to your paid product. That's the key. So everything that we are doing on Facebook is really engaging with people, giving information and giving value. But at the end of it all, we want to make sure that we get people's names and email addresses and we start conversations with them about what services we can really offer them, how we can change their lives, okay? So if you look on my Facebook, now you can see that my banner matches my website, okay? Now this is all to do with branding. I did a webinar and spoke about this sometime last week, that it's so important for you to make a decision about your branding. For me, my branding consists of 3 main colors. You can see this gold here. You can see this turquoise color. Let me just show you where I keep my color codes actually, so you can see. I keep my color codes, and I use the same colors in everything that I do. So I've got coral, which is like an orange, turquoise, which is like a green, and a gold. And then my fonts are the same Sacramento cursive font, and I use Verdana and Railway. So I stick to these colors, and if you can see, everything I created after that was following all my colors, and it's the same. That's to do with branding. You've got to make sure that your branding is on point. So once I've got my branding in place, these are my colors. I created these graphics, and these graphics can be created using Canva, which I use a lot. Can you see all my slides and presentations? I create all these in Canva. But if you don't want the stress and you can be bothered, and if you can afford it, you can get a professional to create them for you. So that's all in here. This one was actually prepared as part of my website package. So it came with these banners here. But can you see, as you hover on this image, it gives you the link to my ebook. So let's click on this image. On this image, when somebody clicks on it, what do they get? Grab my free ebook, How I Created a Seven-Figure Business from Scratch. Now, when they click this link, it takes them outside Facebook. It takes them to where they can put their information, they can click, and they can download the ebook. And as soon as they've downloaded the ebook, I have got the email address, their name. I can continue to have conversations with them. So this is place number one, where I've got my link to my ebook. You are going to see so many places I've got it. In my updated profile picture, if you click on it, it's got my link. Now this one is got a link to another free offering that I have for people who have got recruitment businesses and they need to get some recruitment tips. This link here, when they click, they get to my another page, which is offering them recruitment tips. And what do they need to do to get the free guide? They need to click, they need to enter their name and email address. So name and email address is your place where you can get people to a place where you are going to be continuing conversation. But on Facebook, we are offering things for free, and which is pretty fine because you want to give value. You want to gain trust from people. You want people to trust that before they can buy and pay for your services, you are good at what you do, right? So that's place number two. Place number three, when you go to About Me page. On my About Me page, can you see it's loaded with information? It's got my Facebook website address, which is this page where I am at. It's got my office address. It's got the Recruitment Business System live event, which I have got happening in February the 5th, 2015. I put all my links so that people can find places to connect with me as much as I can. And as you go down, all my information, it's got my Skype address, it's got my website address, and it's got everything that pertains to Fungai Ndemira. So that's in my About Me page. Now, if you go again in my free ebook signups, I've even gone a step further, and I've created another page where you can download the free ebook directly from the Facebook page without even leaving and going somewhere else. And what do I have? The ebook, first name, email address. That's another place where you can really get to connect with me, and I can get your email address and your name. And I've also got my Instagram feed connected to my business page. I'm just going to show you that. Okay, so as you can see in About Me page, you've got these two links here. This link will take you to a place where I can get your name and email address. You can get a free something. You can get a free something here. Free ebook signups, you can get something here. In my Instagram feed, I'm just going to go back into my Instagram feed. If you followed me and went onto my Instagram from my Facebook page, you would get to my Instagram, and in my Instagram page, I've got again yet another link where you can download what you want for free from me. And once you've downloaded that, I can get your email address and name. So you don't have to be salesy and trying to sell people and really just push people into things into people's faces. What you want to do is to create relationships with people on social media first. And then once you've done that, have something free that you can offer. Once you've got something free that you can offer, you are up to a winner. You can use that now as your hook to get people to your mailing list. And so that's my Facebook business page. I'm just going to quickly show you on my Facebook personal page, because I've got my personal page, and as you can see, it looks very personal. My personal images of my life and my lifestyle, what I get up to, me and my lovely husband, you know, me working away there when I was in India, Ahmedabad, you know. But let's look at my About Me page. Now, my About Me page is connected to my business Facebook page, which means if someone went and connected with me and followed me as a friend here, they like me and they like what I do, they can go ahead and check out what I do by just really highlighting here, and they can go ahead and like my business page. And again, in my About Me page, I'm just gonna show you here. In my About Me page, now you've got all my links to my businesses. The Flame Lily Healthcare Limited is one of my businesses. Fungaindemra.com is one of my websites. UK Independent Care Solutions is one of my businesses. Now here, again, if you click any of these, they're going to take you to somewhere where I can be able to get your email address and your name. So I have done my best to make sure that I've maximized my profile. And if you click on my anything on all my profiles, this is my profile picture. I've got an interview today at 5 o'clock. And in that image, you've got a link for me to connect with you. So can you see that? Super simple, guys. You don't have to be selling things into people's faces and just throwing things right into their faces. You can actually benefit from that. So that's how I did it at the beginning. So I'd already managed to connect with people. That information was already there. And I was ready to get people's names and email addresses and harvest them onto my mailing list. Now, let me now show you the magic that happened when I put my ebook for the first time on Facebook. I'll show you exactly how I did it. So I used a system called Lead Pages. So I use Lead Pages, and Lead Pages, basically what it did for me was, let's go to Lead Pages. I've got an account with Lead Pages. And as you can see, I use this tool and software for a lot of things. It literally gives me pages that can connect to my website, and then to all my social media sites. I can plug in all these things and they work for me. So here is what I did. I went into Lead Pages and created an ebook limited deal opt-in page. I'm going to show you this opt-in page now, so you can see exactly how you can use Facebook as well to your advantage. So the first thing, guys, is to please make sure that your Facebook business and personal pages, they look super clean and they look professional. Now, I'm not so much worried about your personal Facebook page, but surely your business page must have all the links that I have shown you. And it must look professional, because many times you have got a Facebook page or you've got a Facebook social account, but when you send your friend request to people, as for me, when I look at some of the people that send me friendship requests, as soon as I look at their personal pages and their business pages, I'm like, no, there's no way I want to get connected with these people. And I just turn down people's requests. So my plea to you today is, please go and update your social media status. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the ones that you're on. Make sure they look super clean and they look professional. And above all, your about page has got all the information that you want people to know about you. I mean, just to tell you a quick funny story, I connected with someone who I've been to the same school with on Facebook. And when I looked at their profile, it gave us like they were in New Jersey. But when I spoke to them, they don't even live in New Jersey. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to yourself? So guys, be realistic, be authentic, and make sure that if you are on Facebook to win people's hearts and to make clients, then make sure that your social media accounts, they look great. That is so important, please, guys. Right, now let me give you an opportunity. Any questions before I go to the next stage? Any questions? Now, somebody has asked, I do nails, manicure, pedicure, and artificial nails. Okay, Peggy, that's cool and that's awesome. Social media is a good place to get people to sign up for your services. Think about something that you can offer to people that can draw people to you, that you can offer for free. It could be information on how to look after nails. It could be what are the advantages of having your nails done this way or keeping your nails clean. You could be a go-to person who gives advice on how to take care of artificial nails. So make people want to visit your page and see what you've got to talk about today. What are you offering? So you could offer free advice, put a quick PDF or a quick ebook or a quick something that tells people about how to take care of artificial nails, you know, and then start engaging your audience on your Facebook or social media page. Ask questions. Hey guys, what are your struggles about nails at the moment? You know, how are you getting on with artificial nails? It's Christmas time. How are you going to have your nails? What are your thoughts about artificial nails? Engage people and talk about things. And as you provoke your clients, or as you provoke the public, they are going to tell you why they like artificial nails, why they don't like artificial nails. Now you can go ahead and address their pain points. Put something together that will address their pain points. And as soon as you've done that, you could be offering that information for free. And for people to download that information, they will need to leave their name and email address, or their name, I don't know, and phone number sometimes if phoning is your thing. But you need to have something to offer that people are not paying for straight away. And then once people are in your territory, they've given you their phone numbers, their email addresses, you can then start telling them about your prices and things that you've got going on, you know. Creating those relationships and social media etiquette is so important. Okay, cool. So that's the question. That any questions that you've got about social media profile setting and creating stuff like that, before I dive deep now into how I brought the ebook onto Facebook. Okay, I'm just checking, waiting on you guys. Okay, so no questions so far, but if another question come up, let me know. I'm gonna share my screen back with you now, because I'm going to look at the next point, which is how I brought the ebook to Facebook, right? Let me just make sure that I'm on point with my point. I'm not going off track and off topic. Okay, I'll answer that question. Somebody has said, how do you get people to start to pay for your services? And how do you get them to sign up for something? So how do you get people to pay for your services? And how do you get them to sign up for something? Okay, cool. I'll come back to that question. Right, so now we've got the ebook. I have got everything on my website, and I've created my Facebook business page, and I'm happy with how things are looking. Now, I then went ahead and used lead pages. That was what I was going to share with you, right? So let me share my screen with you. So I use lead pages, and I was saying to you, I use lead pages for a lot of things. So I went into lead pages and created this simple page. It's my picture in the background, and I put some really good text here. Change your life. get this free ebook, How I Created a 7-Figure Business from Scratch. It's packed with key strategies that pulled me out of poverty and into a thriving, socially conscious empire. And this is true because, to be honest, I ran my own 7-figure business. It's thriving. It's doing amazing. Now, for you to get the free ebook, you can click get the free ebook here. And once you've done that, I can get your email addresses. Now, let me show you how that works. So we are going to open this in a publish page, because at the moment when you click my ebook link, actually, that's what you see. That's what you see. So we are going to go back onto my, yes, we can use this link here. We've got this link. Can you see? Takes you to that link. And for you to grab the free ebook, all I need is your email address. I don't even need your name. And once I've got your email address, this is where I keep all the email addresses. I use a software called MailChimp. But I think my list has grown so big and it's costing me quite a bit to run my mail and keep everything on MailChimp. So I'll be moving away from MailChimp very soon. So let's look at my list. I've got loads of lists, but I'll show you the list that I used at that particular time. So it was this one, Fungai Ndemera's subscribers list. I created this list on the 30th of March, 2014. And within 2 weeks of creating this list, I had about 1,972 subscribers. And suddenly I was like, oh my God, I've got all these people on my mailing list. They have downloaded my ebook. I rang my mentor and my coach and I was like, okay, so what do I do with these people? Because it was my first time to go onto online. But my mentor and coach said, it means that you've got something right. It means that you got something right. So if you see here on my lead pages, this was my opt-in rate. So far up to date, I've had 7,238 people visit that page. And so what happened was, after I I had got those subscribers within the first 2 weeks, then I went away, I think, for 2 more weeks. And I came back and I thought, oh my God, I need to switch off this free ebook, because there was nothing else then I had prepared already to be offering to people. So people had signed in on my ebook. I had got their email addresses, but I didn't know what to do with them. Can you see? So that's what I did. But what I then did was, I want to show you what I did with the link, right? So I've got this link here, limited deal free ebook. Now, I also use another piece of software called Bitly. And basically what Bitly does, it's very good for shortening links. So I went ahead and shortened my link here in Bitly. And this is the link we've got here. I don't want to shorten it again, but here. So can you see it's just very small and very short? And all I did was, all I did was then linked it with my Facebook account. And all I was saying to people was, hey guys, here is my free ebook. Do you want to download it? It tells you everything about how you can create your 7-figure brand business. And for the first time, my mentor and coach then was good with Facebook ads. So he went ahead and connected me and taught me how to use Facebook ads. So I'm just going to show you what exactly I did after that. So I had got the ebook, I had got my website, I had got my Facebook page. Now it was time for me to go and create my audience. I then went ahead and used Facebook. And actually, to be honest with you, I created my own Facebook campaigns for the very first time, and I did it myself. And the reasons why I was doing it myself was because I wanted to learn. I didn't want to hire someone and ask them to do things for me while I don't know how those things work. And that's another business tip from me. If you are thinking of doing a business, or if you're already in business, it's always good to start from zero. Learn and understand how business works before you can just hire people to do things for you. because that way, if you understand the ins and out, it will be easier for you to hire someone. And when you've hired them, it's easy for you to give them exact specific instructions of what you want them to do. So that's what I did with my recruitment business. Again, when we first started in 2001, I was the recruiter, I was the nurse, I was the interviewer, I was the director. I was wearing all the hats because I wanted to know how my system is going to work from day one. And once I've done that, the business started to grow and it was time to scale up. When I was hiring, I knew exactly what I want to ask people to do for me. So it's important, well, for me, it's important that I learn to do things, because that way it gives me peace of mind when I'm hiring someone, and when they make a mistake, I know how I can pick up that mistake. So I went on to Facebook, created Facebook ads, and as you can see, I created lots of them. Free guide, free guide, free guide, free guide, free guide. And I created different audiences. Now, different audiences, and I would go and target different people. So let me just show you quickly how I used Facebook to create my audience, and I still do that today. So I use what we call Power Editor. And Power Editor allows me to create my audience. It allows me to create my audience. Let me just show you. It allows me to create my price. So for example, if I want to create a custom audience, so for example, I want to advertise my ebook, and I only want to advertise my ebook to people who are looking to start businesses. So I would call that audience Business Startup, okay? And then if I want to exclude any other audience, then that's fine. I want to target people all in the UK. I want to target people who are Zimbabwean. I could target people who are in America. So I could put the whole of United States. I could target people in the US. I could target people by their age. So in this Facebook ad, I targeted people who were 25 to 65. I target only women, because my audience and my ideal customer, I am looking only to serve and to work with women. That doesn't mean that I don't have men for my clients. I do. But my main audience is ladies, because I just believe women, we are so powerful. And I targeted people who are Christians or who have got a faith. And I just really wanted to, for this one, was specific for Christians, people who follow certain faith leaders. And then I went ahead and saved that. And then I went ahead and created, and then I created my price. I wanted to spend at least about £3 a day. That was really what I wanted to spend. And I wanted to track my conversions and track everything. So also, as part of the driving traffic back to my website and tracking what's going on, I also use Google Analytics, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I did that. And then let's go back to the advert. Now I'll show you the ads. So I went ahead and created different, can you see? This is my audience. These people. I went ahead and created an audience called my influencers and my competitors. I have got another audience who are only about interest, who are interested in specific things. I wanted to reach out to my Facebook fans, my Facebook lookalikes in England, my influencers, my people who, website conversions, people who visit my website. And you can even target people who are already on your mailing list. You can target people by their, by anything really. So for example, yesterday I was doing a search to see people who like fungi and Tony Robbins. And once I've seen people who like fungi and Tony Robbins, I can see all these my friends. They are my friends, but they also like me. They also like Tony Robbins. So I can do audience group that's called people who like fungi and Tony Robbins. And then I can only target those people, and which means my adverts will appear in these people's feeds. Let's say, for example, people who like nail pages, because we've got somebody who does nails here. People who like nail pages. Oh no, that's not people, isn't it? So let's just do that. So people who like to do nails. People who like artificial nails, maybe. Like artificial nails pages. And let's see what comes up. So you can see post about artificial and artificial nails, or you see that one is for artificial bums, seriously. But you can see these people, and then you could, if it's bringing up groups and, oh, sorry, pages. Let's look at pages, because you can search by posts, people, photos, pages, places, more. Fashion and nail beleza. She has got this page has got 319,328 likes. I would target this page in my Facebook ads so that my ads and my free whatever I'm offering is targeting these people. I would target these people. This one is good. All the big ones. Can you see? People who like artificial nail, celebrity juicy. So you can then go ahead and like these pages and then add them as your targeted audience or as your custom audience. So that's what I did. That's how I found my Facebook fans, my influencers, my lookalikes, my interests, and I defined different audiences. And then what I then did was to go and test. I call that split testing. I went ahead and tested what was working and what wasn't working. And so as you can see that I put different images. This image, I think I'm still using one of these images. Maybe it appears in some of you guys in your news feeds. This image, how I created a business from scratch, this ad. And then if you look on another advert, it uses a different image. This one, I still have got it active because it has got a very good conversion rate. Ever since I created it, because I had to redo all my ads, these ones, like I told you, remember, my list grown so big in a very short space of time. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to switch off all my ads until I've got paid products to offer. So I had to switch off everything. And then after I had switched off everything, 2 months ago, I think, I then went ahead and recreated new Facebook ads. And Facebook had changed their graphics and images requirements. So I had to go and create new things and then create new ads. So this one is still active because it's got a very good conversion rate, 321 conversions. It costs me about 37 pence per conversion, which is quite good and quite reasonable. And the average price I'm spending is £2.91. So far to date, I have spent £119.66. Now, this is just in the last less than 2 months ago, I think. But if I look at £119, and when I look at my list, how many people I have got added onto my list in MailChimp ever since then, I have got this list here, which has got 169 subscribers. I have got this one, which has got 118. And I have got this one, which has got 42, and another one, which has got 26. And I have had 26 people sign up for my coaching programs to date. 26 people sign up for my coaching program to date. My coaching programs, they cost £1,500 per program. So really, seriously speaking, £119 is my initial spend, my investment. It's totally worth it. But I didn't just wake up here. I had to do a lot of work. I have to put my Facebook ads. I have to track everything that I do. And I have to lead people back to my website, to my offer. So once people come onto my mailing list, can you see? You can see the Facebook ads. Now that I've got my mailing list, they have opted in. We are going to close lead pages. I've got my mailing list. I then get to speak to them once or twice a week. I get to send my clients what I am offering, which is my coaching program. No, this is Get Clarity Implementation Day. My coaching program, actually, at the moment to date, I haven't made it public at all because I just want to connect and really have sessions with my customers, and I know that we are a good fit before I can even say, yes, I can coach them, because I am more result orientated than just, getting as many people as possible, because we want results, right? So here's my coaching program that you saw earlier. Find Your Voice and Master Your Business coaching program. My program, here are the costs. It costs 1,499 pounds, and it's going up in 2015 because I would rather have fewer people who pay more and I can give them more time. So this information, I only share it with people who are signed up on my list and they have requested more information about my coaching. But to date, if I have done that only from using Facebook and my website, and those are the only two things I do, and I do use Facebook ads all the time. As you can see at the moment, actually, I had deactivated these two ads yesterday, up to yesterday. I've only put these back last night, because I'm now running more ads because I'm preparing for my next intake for my coaching program that's starting in 2015. So definitely 119 pounds for me over 2 months. If you want to divide that by 2, that's about 120. That's about 60 pounds a month. I think that's reason. That's the cheapest advertising in my whole life history of advertising. I've advertised on buses. I've advertised on train stations in my business. I've advertised on TV, in magazines. But for me, Facebook is the cheapest form of advertising. So literally, that's how I use Facebook. And then I go and monitor my Google Analytics. And to be honest with you guys, this may sound, oh my God, Fungai, that's a lot. Trust me, it's not a lot. I didn't know nothing from February 2014. All I did was I made a commitment, and I only give my online business how many hours a day? Maybe 2 hours a day, because Monday to Friday, I am in the office 9 till 5. I then leave the office, go to the gym for an hour, get home. So I'm usually on my computer back at home, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 6:30 to 9:30. And that's all I do, really. So if you imagine, I'm not even putting that many hours, but with that little that I'm doing, I have already got results. And so I've got also a Google Analytics tracker in my website. And at the beginning, before I could have my own personal website, this was all Greek to me, because I remember in my recruitment business, we hired an external company to do Google Analytics for us. We were paying just under 500 pounds a month. And when I started to learn this, I thought, oh my God, why am I paying 500 pounds? Now I have trained my team in the office to look after our Google Analytics. And literally, Google Analytics is there for you to track the activity on your website. So I am able to track people who visit my website. For example, my main traffic comes from United Kingdom, followed by United States. So when we are creating our adverts and creating our products, we know which target market to use, especially for Facebook ads. Now I can target more of the UK and more of the US, because those are the people that visit my website, and they are connecting with me very well. I can also check what city they are from. And London is the biggest, and then followed by all the other ones. But I can also look at what system browser are they using to browse, so that we can maximize our presence there. What operation system? And it looks like most people are on Apple iOS devices, followed by Android. But what's interesting for me is that most people, they mainly use actually mobile phones to browse. So it means that when I'm creating now my Facebook ads, it's easy for me to go ahead and target people from their mobile devices, followed by their desktops. And to be honest with you, everything just really links in together. Everything really links in together. Okay? So now I'm going to come back to you guys. And I think I've covered everything Oh, I wasn't presenting to everyone. That's right. Where is my mouse? 1 second, guys. I've done that again. I did that yesterday again. Oh, dear Lord. Where is my mouse? 1 second, guys, because my mouse is sticking somewhere. Can you put questions in the chat box, please? Now I'll have to share with you the last bit and the last element because you didn't see that. Sorry, I just need to fix my mouse because it's sticking. 1 second. I did the same thing I did yesterday. I noticed that the last part, I wasn't sharing my screen with you. So I'll have to repeat that part. Why is my mouse sticking? I thought I changed the batteries yesterday, so bear with me, guys. I'm just going to change my mouse battery because it's just sticking and it won't let me change my screen. It definitely is the mouse. And it definitely is the battery. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you once. Yes, my mouse is back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, it's Elena. Welcome to you, Elena. Yes, you can ask your question. Sorry, guys. I realized that my screen wasn't sharing with you the last bit. But I'm going to show you just what I have just shared. Can you tell me which part you last saw my screen? Because it wasn't sharing with you. Let me just bring my face back. Can you share with me, guys, when you last saw my screen? Because I just realized it wasn't sharing with you all along. Okay, so when was the last part you saw my screen? Because I just need to show you what I was talking about. My screen wasn't sharing. And hi, lovely. Given that you already had a successful business, what would you suggest for something? What would you suggest for someone starting a new venture who doesn't have the same level of credibility yet? Oh, okay. So can you share with me, because these notes that you are putting, it's only me who can see them. So can you tell me what you want to start doing, and I'll share with you my thoughts. Elena, the operating systems, can you expand more your question? What do you want to know about operating systems? Looking at distribution of users. Elena, please make it just make it as simple as possible. What services do you want to offer? What do you want to do? Lenity, you are talking about Google Analytics. Yes, okay, so you last saw my screen when I was talking about Google Analytics. Okay. Yeah, somebody says, okay, to be honest with you, you don't have to have lots of credibility in what you are doing. Whatever service and things that you want to offer, that's what I was saying, that you need to come up with a service and a product that you can offer and give from your heart. You can give it with grace and with ease. What are you good at is what I want to know. And when I talk about finding your voice, how can you present yourself or your story or your services to the world in such a way that somebody out there needs to know what you have, or to learn what you have learned? Okay, I'll give you an example. One of my clients, she was in a 9-to-5 job. She is initially a migrant like myself, and she find herself in a foreign land. She had been working all along, and she's in a job. She's in a turkey business, and she's in the department of website development for their company. But she was just so frustrated. She wanted to start her own thing, okay? And she was struggling to attract the right clients for her services. And when I did my coaching session with her for the first time, I say to her, look, when I have looked on your website and when I have connected with you online, your website and you are two different people. There is no connection. Yeah? So I gave her a simple homework. I want you to go to your workplace and discuss this with your friends and your colleagues and tell them you are thinking of leaving your job and you want to come up with a service. What would they like to learn? What would they like to do? So she went ahead, and before she did that, she went ahead and wrote her life story down, where she's coming from. She comes from a disgruntled family, and how she's worked so hard. She's a single mom. She's worked so hard to get to where she is. How she really manages her life so well. So I'd say to her, look, we are going to use this information, and we are going to use this information to define your ideal customer. So let's make your ideal customer a single mom, someone who has done well in their job and they're frustrated, someone who just really has walked the same journey as you. But the difference is you are going to now focus on coming up with a product and a service that can help this single mom come out of their 9-to-5 job. And as soon as we did that, she went ahead and redefined her website, redefined everything. Now she's ditched that 9-to-5 job, and she's living happily, and she's now helping other women to structure themselves, create their own websites, and start to work for themselves. So you don't have to have credibility. Look at your story and your life experience. What can you give? I hope that's answered that question. You don't need lots of credibility. I'm just really giving back from my experience. So from the experience of her being a woman who's running a recruitment business from day one, from scratch to 7 figures, I'm just digging back into that experience and sharing with the world and helping others to start their own business and start their own. So for you, it can be something different. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, right? And somebody says, that's when I saw your screen. Okay, right. So let's go back to my screen. I can do this with you guys. Let's stretch. If you are okay, I'm going to stretch it to 4:30. I'm going to share my screen with you again now, and we're going to go back, okay? Because I want this to be really worth it for you. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Can you type quickly in the chat box? Yes, 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 yes. I can see your chat. But you can't see it, but I can see your chats there. So here is my screen. Right, okay. So let's go back. So we said that I had now created my ebook. Okay, I have got the ebook. I had got the ebook. Once I have got the ebook, it was on my website. It was on my Facebook page. And I had put all the links within my Facebook page. So we're going to go back to Fungai's Facebook page. And we are going to go on Fungai Home. So there is Fungai Home page, and we are going to look at my profile. So let's start with my personal profile. My personal profile really has got pictures and images, something that is very personal to me, which is fine, because just really to give people an idea of who I am, what I do, what I'm about, and stuff like that, which is cool. But if you look on my updated profile picture, I've got an image here. I've got an interview, actually, guys. Do you know I'm going to have like 15 minutes break, and then I'm back online with an interviewing company, right? 24 hours of new beginnings power hour is coming at 5. Here is the link for you to register. So when you register on this link, you leave your name and email address. That's number 1. Then if you go on my About Me page, people want to know more about fungi. There is the Flame Lily. There is Independent Care Solutions. There is fungiindemra.com. And all these things, they tell you as much information if you want to know where I did my nest training, where I lived in Zimbabwe, and where I live now. Okay. And then contact basic information. Again, in my contact information, all my websites are there. My Skype and my Twitter, people can contact me, and my mobile number is here, which I am going to edit and I am going to remove. Now already received a confirmation code, which I'm going to remove because I get bogged down with calls and I didn't know why. Now I know, because my mobile number is on Facebook, right? I'm going to remove it, 3D3L1N. Right. So you can put your details of how you want people to contact you actually on Facebook, because many times, especially ladies who do buy and selling and stuff like that, a lot of times I want to buy things from people and I've seen their things from Facebook, and half the time you can't find contact details on your pages, you guys. So important to put your contact, 2 email addresses. I've got 2 email addresses. People can contact me. Skype and Twitter is fine. Facebook is fine. I've got no problems. People contact me through that. And then you go on to my business page. I'm going to go through my business page again. So here is my business page with you guys. Number 1 is my banner. In my banner, I've got my ebook link. If you click this, it takes you to my ebook. So that's number 1. Number 2, I have got my profile picture. Profile picture has got my recruitment tips, which is another freebie that I give for people who want to start recruitment businesses. And if you click here, I can get your email address and your name. That's number 2. Okay. You need to have this in as many places as you can, because people want to connect with you. And then in another page, I have plugged in my MailChimp account. I have linked it to my Facebook. So actually people can download my ebook directly from my Facebook page. And here, your first name, your email address, boom, I've got that. So that's another place. And now another place is where I told you, is Instagram. My Instagram is connected with my Facebook. If you view my Instagram account, you can go to my Instagram and boom, here is another link. Actually, this link, I had put it for people to connect for this Facebook webinar, which I'll change after the webinar. And then again, on my Facebook page, I have got my link to my ebook again. So you can click here and you can download my ebook. So without even having to have done advertising already, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, 6 places, 7 my banner, where people can give me their names and email addresses easy. I don't have to sell anything to people on Facebook. All I am doing is giving them value. I'm giving them my free offerings of how they can change their lives. So for you, it could be an ebook, it could be a downloadable report, it could be a video with a video lesson, it could be anything that you are offering. It could be a limited deal. Okay, and then once I've done that, I then went back into my adverts. This is where now I can start to pay for Facebook. And my ads, they always appear on the right-hand side of my Facebook account. And in my adverts, I said this to you guys, I had to split test. I had to do a lot of split testing before I could get it right. So if you look on these ones, I had to define my audience. I wanted website conversions. I was targeting my Facebook lookalikes in Great Britain. I was targeting my influencers and competitors, people who have got the same interests as me, my Facebook fans. And I had to have lots of adverts running. And once I had run these different Facebook adverts, they have got different images as well in them and different text. Now, I don't know what draws people, but if you try different texts, different images, different styles, you will see that some adverts are going to do well than others. And so for me, the adverts that did well, I kept them going. So at the moment, I've only got 3. One which has been running for the last month or 2 months. These ones, 2 I activated only last night. Okay, so I do a lot of testing to see how much I'm spending. Now, as you can see, that this one I deactivating, I was spending about 43 pence for this one. This one, it's active, I'm spending about 37, sorry, 0.43, 0.37 per conversion is not bad. This one, I'm gonna switch it off. Can you see it's costing me £3.68? This one is £4.77. Now I activated these ones yesterday, but I'm gonna switch them off anyway because I was testing another different type of audience, because it's so important to define your audience. And I say that, how do you search and see which audience to follow? I said you can look for people who like, for example, if I'm doing artificial nails, I could type and look for people who like artificial pages who've got anything to do with artificial nails. And if you look for them, look, fashion nails and ballets are here. It's got 319,000 plus followers. It's a good page to like and to follow. You could target people and see what they are at, and then look for people who also like the same things as them. You could target posts. You could target pages. For example, I could target the pages of people who like the female entrepreneur. The female entrepreneur. I don't know how the spelling is, you know, I'm not very good with spelling. Entrepreneur, I think it is. Entrepreneur. I can't even spell that. Can you imagine? People who like the female entrepreneur. Okay. People who, let's say, for example, if we just type, okay, people who like to do really well, people who like summer, if you're selling something summerish, people who like online selling, it's a closed group. You could target this group and target these people. So these are groups, sorry. Now, if you want to target pages, we said people who like the Simpsons, people who like a certain program, people who like, so you can look at for people who like different things. And if you can target those people, then you can target those pages in your Facebook ads. Actually, Facebook now, I really like that cool feature. Let me just go back to my Facebook ads, because you can actually target certain pages, people who only follow certain pages. I'm going to go back into my ads and I'm going to show you. So now you can do this in what we call Power Editor. It's at the back of your Facebook account. And you can define, so you can target, this is where you create the audience. I can target people who have got certain behaviors, who have got certain interests. So I could target people who like Billy Graham, for example. I could target people who spend money online, so who digital activities. Can you see that? You can target people who small business owners or for online spenders. I could actually target online spenders who are on Facebook right now. There is 1,192,177 people online who are engaged and they are able to spend online. So you can really narrow that targeting, and it depends on how you have targeted your targeting, that your spend here is more defined. And then you can play around with that until you get, you know, your budget, you know how much you want to spend. Now, I was just saying to you here, my free 7-figure advert is not costing me a lot of money considering how much money I have got from it. So, for example, these ads are costing me 0.37, and to date I've spent £119.66. Now, if you go on my list, I have got Fungai's coaching program. Where is it? my list for coaching. I'm going to show you now. Coaching programs. I've got 26 subscribers in my coaching program now here. 26 subscribers in my coaching program. My coaching program is not a coaching program for everyone. This big one that I'm talking about. I offer some simpler solutions, but this particular one costs £1,400, £499 if somebody pays cash. Now, can you see that spending £199 and getting that back is really worth my time spending money and time on creating Facebook and spending my time on Facebook, because that's where I'm getting my clients. And so what I'm saying to you guys is you can do it as long as you're willing to invest your time and money into it. You can use Facebook. So for me, the whole of 2014, I've only used my website, Facebook, lead pages, MailChimp, and Webinar Jam. And I use Canva to create all my graphics. And I'm only attracting people who genuinely can benefit from what I'm offering. And the two things that I've got for free is my ebook and my recruitment, my free recruitment series of teaching people how they can start and run their own recruitment businesses. So that's what I had for you today. Any questions, guys? Any questions? It's 4:30. I'm really hoping that you have learned, you've benefited, and you are going to start using Facebook to your advantage. The key is have a free offering. Okay, we have written our keys here. Have something free that you can offer. Oh, I've closed the page. Have something free that you can offer. And after you've got something free that you can offer, make sure that it's attractive. After it's attractive, think about how you are going to, what audience do you want to attract? Once you know that audience, use Facebook. I now use also LinkedIn. I only post once a week on LinkedIn, and I engage and connect with people. I engage in groups. So choose which platform. For me, I wanted to master Facebook first. My next one is LinkedIn and Instagram, and then work your way, but you don't have to spend, millions or hundreds of thousands of pounds, because now with online, you can connect with the right people who will genuinely benefit from the value that you have got to offer. So that's what I had for you guys today. Any questions? Any questions? Let's look. Somebody say, did you go on a course for Facebook page? It is actually, to be honest with you, I didn't do a Facebook course. What I did was I have got a coach and a mentor. So every week, I write down what I want to learn from my coach and from my mentor. We connect once a week. It's an hour session. And I just really was doing one topic every week. Sorry to be a pain, Funga. I never got the email regarding how to use Canva. Yes, because you know what, guys? I made a mistake, isn't it? Because you couldn't see part of the screen. So I had to re-record one piece of that training. I'm going to be sending it to you. It's because I've been in the office and my admin team for online, I haven't connected with them for 2 days. I don't know what's happening with them. So it's coming. Somebody says, I don't have anything yet. How do I attract potential nurses and HCAs? I've not got good at this, but I know there is money to be made in the recruitment businesses. Now, with nurses and HCAs, it's easy. If you are a nurse yourself, ask the question. Ask people, if I started a recruitment business today, would you work for me? And actually say to them, I'm thinking of starting my own recruitment business, or I have started my recruitment business. How much would you like to get paid? Ask them the question. That's exactly what I did. Went on to all my friends, told them I was starting a recruitment company. How much do you want to earn if I was to give you work? And if I did, would you work for me? And if their answer was yes, I took down their details, gave them a little form to complete, name and address, email, and that was it. So start with the people you know. That's a good start for people who are starting businesses in recruitment. And then online, connect with people. Look for nurses. I follow nurses groups. I'm going to show you in a minute. Nurse Labs has got 97,000 people. Nurses UK. Nurses.co.uk. It's got 2,422 followers. So you can locum doctors follow these pages. I've just checked. I follow quite a few of them. So, right. So I've answered most of your questions, guys. If now this training that we've done today, this one, again, you receive it in your inbox. It will be available for 48 hours. After 48 hours, it's locked because all my training series, they then get uploaded onto my website and become part of my training modules for my coaching clients. So yes, but the one thing that I am sure that, you know, if you want to walk this journey, hook up with a coach or a mentor, somebody who can hold your hand every day or every week. And then you just put yourself one thing, commit to doing one thing a week and master it. Yeah, learn one thing and master it. That's good. You're welcome. And right. So, okay, what I wanted to say to you guys anyway, before you go, I have got what I call a complimentary day coming up. I've decided to put a day together where I can walk you through. If you are feeling stuck in your head and you think, Fungi, where do I start? How do I create this, what you're talking about, my offer or my hook? Right. I've created what I'm calling an implementation day. It's going to be available. There you go. An implementation day. I have displayed it to you guys. Can you see that implementation day? Let me say to you guys, oh, polls. Yes, here it is. Chat. So polls, pop-ins, display the offer. There you go. If you want, and you're feeling stuck and you want clarity, I've created a simple day that I'm calling Get Clarity and Create Your First Online Product. Okay. Now this is priced at £97. This day, implementation day, because we are going to spend a day together. If you click the links in there, take the links. And if you are interested, go and pay your £47 now. And it's on the 7th of January. Okay. So on the 5th of January, I'm running a live recruitment event in Birmingham in the UK. On the 7th of January, oh no, that's on the 5th of February, sorry. On the 7th of January, I want you to get started on it because that's exactly what I did with my mentor. We had a clarity day where I had to decide what I was going to offer as my free offer. And, you know, for my coach, I pay loads and loads of money. You don't want to know how much I pay for my coach, but I'm telling you, it's worth it when you get the right person. So this implementation day, £47, you can get a seat now. Reserve it because that will get you started. If you really feel that you want 2015 to be different for you, get started. That's the difference between people who make it and who don't. They get started. So that's all from me, guys. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for taking your time to connect with me on a Friday afternoon. And I know how busy it is. I've got an interview at 5 and I've got an office Christmas meal at 6:30 tonight. So it's a good day and a busy day for me. Stay blessed in whatever you do, and make sure above everything you do from your heart and from a place of authenticity. God bless you and have an amazing weekend. Bye.